Chael, what was going through your mind when Chael made that statement? He avoids the question from Joe Rogan and just comes out and says that, goes on his spiel.
That's very Chael. You know, those guys don't like each other. They really, you know, I don't know if Chael really hates Anderson as bad, but Anderson, I don't know if any of you saw his face when he won, man, but he wasn't doing the whole joking around thing. He was pissed, and he's really upset about the smack his wife on the butt thing and cooking dinner. He's really pissed about it, so, yeah.
Is there any way you don't make that fight? I mean, you said you're not ready to call it tonight, but is there any way to not make that fight?
No.
So you're making that fight?
Probably, yeah. More than likely, yeah, something. I don't like to commit to anything the night of the fights, and you know what I mean? But yeah, it'd be pretty fucking stupid if I didn't make that fight.
Basically, like Henderson would have to fight that belt for like 2 seconds.
Well, Henderson's fighting Shogun. I mean, Shogun and Henderson are fighting. I mean, if you look at the timing, we've had such a string of bad luck where guys get injured and things happen and all this stuff goes on that, you know we can make this fight. And how many fights have you seen Anderson get injured and pull out of and Chael get injured? I mean, pretty good idea that if we make this fight, it's going to happen.
What do you want to see next from Frankie Edgar? Who fights him next?
I don't know.
Really?
That's something we got to go back to, you know. Honestly?
Yeah.
I'd like to see him move to 145 and fight Aldo.
Give up the belt.
Yeah.
And what are the chances of that happening?
Who knows? You know, I'm not going to make him do it. How do you make a guy who's been so dominant at that weight class? Who am I to say, yeah, you can't stay here? You beat everybody in this division. You know, it's a tough argument to have with him. So,
Does Melvin losing make it easier?
No, not really. Not really. You know, and I agree with Lozon. You know, he came dancing in there like he won, like he just won the fight instead of being serious. And it's one of the things I always say about this. It's not taking anything away from Lozon. Lozon fought awesome. I mean, not only it'd be one thing if we said, hey, it went to the ground and Lozon submitted him and he rocked him twice and then submitted him. You know, I just think that kid just doesn't have the focus that he needs to. He's got all the talent and the skills, but nope.
Dana, the last 3 lightweight guys, you know, George Soteropoulos, Jim Miller, and now Melvin Guillard, all kind of lost in that shot to get the title shot. If you can make it happen, does Gilbert Melendez just make the most sense because he is the #1 guy? And really, in the UFC, there's not a clear-cut #1 guy.
Well, it's not really, you know. I don't want to get into all the Strikeforce bullshit tonight, so it's not really a clear-cut choice. You know, we're still in the middle of that whole.